So our husbands, the first thing I want to ask you is, the way to show honor to your husband is to respect him. Now, how are you going to do that? How are you going to respect your husband? Some of us have husbands that aren't on the same page with us spiritually. So how are we gonna respect him if he doesn't believe the same way we do? Well, that takes a lot of me time and a lot of 2 Peter time. If your husband is not on the same page with you spiritually, or your boyfriend, then what you need to do is, number 1, pray for him, because God can change his heart. And number 2, just show him the love of Christ. Don't beat him over the head with the word. I've done that. I have done all these things wrong. See, I'm coming in and telling you all the things that I've messed up and I've done wrong, because I don't want you to make the same mistakes. And so don't beat him up with the word. I've done that. I've cried because he won't come to church. And, I've done all those wonderful little things we girls do, and we want to get our guy to pay attention to us and do it our way. But I'm telling you what, they respond so much when you look at them with respect, you treat them with respect. And when they feel respected by you, they'll want to do just about anything for you. And because that's how God built them. They need to feel respected. Then you need to encourage him. It's tough being a guy out in this world, just like it's tough being a gal out in this world. And maybe he's going through some things right now where, maybe he's lost his job, or he's struggling with maybe an age thing. I don't know. But you know what? If we encourage them, that's another way to feed their love bank, to feed into them and to honor them as God calls us to honor them. And if we show them encouragement and we respect them, then they are going to fulfill the commandment that God gives them to love your wife as Christ loved the church. Honestly, that's why God commands men, because it doesn't come natural to them. Why do you have to command somebody if it comes natural to them? I didn't have to command you to sit down in the chair. You just did it because it comes natural, right? Yeah. But loving men to love women isn't natural, and so God has to command them. And in the same way, we are commanded to respect and submit to our husbands. And I don't know about you, but that submit word kind of doesn't taste very good. There's a lot of strong women out here. I know that, but we have to understand what it means. Submission doesn't mean you have to be a doormat. It isn't that. It's not. And it doesn't mean that you just keep your mouth shut all the time. Submission is where you go to your husband and you state what's on your heart. And then if he disagrees with you, you zip it, and then you go to the Father and start praying and say, Lord, if I'm not right, change my heart. If he's right, change his heart. And ladies, I have done that. I have done that because I have fought with my husband over things, and he just puts his feet down on the ground and he won't move. But when I've done this other thing, he will come out in the morning, and out of the nowhere he'll go, I was thinking about what you said, and you know what, I'm sorry. I didn't have to say a word. I didn't say a word. I'm like going, all right, God, thank you. And that's what submission is. Because ultimately we want to please, we want to honor God and then honor our spouse. And guys do like it when it's their idea. Right? They like it when it's their idea. So you want to encourage him and let him be the boss. Pick your battles. Let him be the boss. Let him be the priest of the home. I think too many times we as women, because we are so strong, and we want things done because we're so busy, and we want to just, got to get this done. We step in the way and we become the man. And the more, ladies, the more we become the man, the more they become the little boy. And pretty soon we're being mom instead of wife. I have found in my marriage that when I step back and I let my husband be the man, which honestly wasn't too hard because my husband was a battalion chief for the Beverly Hills Fire Department, so it was like, he's the chief. But I have found that when I step back and I let my husband, take the lead in things, he becomes more of a leader. So I want to encourage you in that way. But most of all, pray for him. Pray for your heart and for him. One of my favorite books is Power of a Praying Wife by Stormy O'Mardian. And there were times where my husband and I had bad fights. And he'd go to bed, and I'd stay up and sit in that chair and read through that book cover to cover. And by morning, he'd come out and say, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for what I did. Power of prayer. God can change a heart. Always remember that. God can change a heart. And your words, a lot of times, just go in one ear and out the other, as my mom would say.